What in the world is going on with NVIDIA? If you guys haven't noticed, NVIDIA's stock price has climbed over 200% in the last year alone. Now, for a company as big as its size, 200% in the stock market is an insane number, and it is not something that should be looked past. Could this just be a company making some progression and growth? Sure, but is it? No. Now, we need to really get behind these facts about why NVIDIA is going up so much. NVIDIA first came into the technology scene around 1993. They came into the world with the goal of making computers be able to process visuals better. 7 years later, the company earned its first big contract making Microsoft Xbox console chips. As the years went on, NVIDIA has grown so much over the last 20 to 30 years, and they have made a huge amount of progress. They are now one of the strongest GPU brands for any computer out there, and now recently they just started producing these new AI chips that are used for supercomputers in data centers. Now here's the first reason why NVIDIA has gone up in price so much over the last year. We know that just recently ChatGPT was just announced. I'm sure most of you guys are familiar with the company and the software, and they are huge. This has been one of the biggest breaking points in AI and one of the leading points of bringing AI into the market industry. Now, NVIDIA has its hands in a lot of things, from self-driving cars to Bitcoin mining. But recently, they've decided to get involved in more, which just so happens to be AI. NVIDIA is the one company right now that is producing the chips that are capable of bringing ChatGPT to the entire next level. Now, if you know anything about ChatGPT, you know that it is a very, very powerful software. But somehow, NVIDIA has a way to make this platform 100 times more powerful. Now, as ChatGPT continues to evolve, it could end up deploying tens of thousands of A100 GPUs, which would translate into a massive chunk of revenue for NVIDIA. The next big thing is the metaverse, which personally I am not a huge fan of. I don't get any joy or any excitement out of this imaginary world virtually, but there are a lot of people that genuinely believe in the future of the metaverse. There are hundreds of thousands of investors ready to pull the trigger on the metaverse, and what do you know? NVIDIA is the #1 leading solution to making the metaverse possible. NVIDIA's processors run over 80% of the entire world's data centers that are leading to AI right now. Now, with all of this information being had, there leaves one slight problem: Nancy Pelosi. Nancy Pelosi is an American politician with the House of Representatives. On November 22nd, 2023, this is where things get very interesting. Nancy Pelosi bought $5 million worth of NVIDIA calls. Now, if you know anything about options trading, when you buy calls, you are leveraging your money to make way more money than you should be. So don't get this mistaken. This is not like buying shares of a stock. This is an entire different world. From the date that she bought these call options till now, the stock price alone is up over 50%. Now, to me, it's a little bit interesting to see somebody from House of Congress buy $5 million worth of NVIDIA calls. Typically, when individual investors enter into calls, there is a lot of risk tied to it, but Nancy Pelosi decided to do the complete opposite and dump $5 million into this option. Since then, her portfolio has massively expanded due to the new buying power she has from all of these profits. Now, I'm not one for conspiracies, but I think Nancy knew something that we didn't. So here's what it really stems down to. Is it the massive breakthrough in tech? Is it the AI? Is it the computer GPUs? Or is it a ton of other big investors that got note of Nancy Pelosi taking this trade and now they want a piece of the pie as well? That is one thing that unfortunately you and I will never know the answer to. So let's wrap this up with the most common question I've gotten over the last 3 weeks. Dylan, should I be buying NVIDIA shares or calls? My answer to you is that I can't quite tell you. 3 weeks ago, I would have said this is a terrible idea to invest in something so overinflated right now, up 150%, but now we are climbing over 210%, and I personally don't know if there's any stopping. NVIDIA's price right now is at $660 per share, and some people are predicting $1,000 per share over the next year. Now, me personally, I do hold a small position of NVIDIA long term, but I think the safest thing to do if you are a day trader, continue to day trade NVIDIA, take scalps on the 5-minute, 1-minute, 3-minute time frames, and cash out your profit from there. I think anything really, really long term is a little bit too risky at this point. But listen, at the end of the day, anything is possible and anything can happen. What do you guys think? Let me know down below in the comments what you guys think about this. Do you think Nancy Pelosi knew something that we didn't? Or do you think that NVIDIA is just climbing on its own, making bigger and bigger gains in the tech industry? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go down below, leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace out.